as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Condors of Rio de Janeiro. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And to a vibrant drum beat, we are underway here in Rio. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at the man under center. Now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Pulled in at the 24. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jets will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. Behind that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Up the middle they go. It's Fox. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down. Nelson. And this is going to be incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a quarter route is to make sure you try to get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, I mean, who would have thought this? A team based in South America, this inaugural season, these folks so excited, and with good reason. This is the NFL continuing to show that it's not just an American pastime, really becoming a global game, and what an addition to the league this will be.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now first and 10.
Back to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, force the ball free, and it's second down. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Condors are on the board first here this afternoon.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nelson.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
From scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And New York set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. Throwing after the interception. Nelson. Throw left side complete. That's Fox. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 3.
At the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Nelson.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of it, it's low and incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Nelson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely got to put their heads together and
4th down on as the punt team sending this one away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Franklin. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down. Almost back to the drawing board.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Looking outside, and he's got him in. That's Franklin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. That is incomplete.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter.
So a great 1st quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing it back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Nelson now throwing on 3rd and long.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. 17-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nelson. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. And it'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line.
Back to throw here. And Gordon's got it. But he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nelson.
He gets it to Addison.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He completes it to Wilson. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The big fella. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 63 yards.
And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the Rio offense set to take over.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll set up a throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They're going to look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. He finds his man complete. It's Franklin. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 5.
At the 20-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Throw to the right, hauled in by Madison.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nelson.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Throwing again. Nelson.
Addison hauls it in.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And this returnable for Harris. Well, the Rio offense set to take over.
There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. He finds his man complete. It's Crawford. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's the Jets punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
One final go for this offense here in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 13-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin up at Gillette Stadium. Mike Vrabel's guys in town to take on his former team from his playing days, New England. And it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. The Titans looking for the win on the road in Week 1. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jackson Smith from Jigba, a touchdown reception. Last lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jamar Chase, a touchdown reception.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little
under pressure, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sand.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun, Nelson.
He'll find Gibson here complete.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Nelson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Fox looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Nelson. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Here we go on 4th down. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. He'll get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Franklin. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, he's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Condors are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Charles, a well-drawn-up play, beautifully executed, and look at the scoreboard and where we're at in the second half. They are on their way to a 1-0 start to this season.
Exactly what every team in the league dreams of, winning your season opener, getting off to that good start, and building confidence for the rest of the season.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down, it's Fox. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Fox.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Pass complete to Addison.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jordan Addison. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. It's Fox, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Nelson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
This is Harris.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. Now the Rio offense set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
2nd and 7.
At the 43-yard line.
In motion right comes Gordon. On 2nd down, this is Harris. There's the stiff arm. And he'll be tackled at the 45, following a gain of just 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. They hand this off to Harris. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
And that is no good. And the lead will remain at 23.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This is caught by Addison. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And the Jets 1st down.
Operating from the gun, Nelson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Nelson.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Fox. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Jets on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Nelson from the gun. He'll throw. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Back to throw. Nelson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make...
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 4 yards out. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And bulldozing his way through.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, no return.
And the Jets will take over. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now Nelson from the gun on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Nelson. Looking for Gibson, and he's got him going across the formation. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Nelson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Nelson. Caught by Wilson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Off the bootleg. Nelson. Smith catches left side. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Nelson. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now the Rio offense set to take over. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. Now in the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Down to the 25. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done. But, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So the Jets now down by 11, 46 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Nelson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Set to throw is Nelson on first down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Rio, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance